All right. Hello, everyone. Uh, as you all know, my name is Christopher. This is the welcome to the uh, English Life podcast. I'm Chris or Christopher. Some places Christoph, but anyways, I'm glad to have you all here. I don't see any of you here now, but perhaps you'll tune in later on. This is the middle of the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock or 3:07 in Japan. Um, this I guess I'd first start with why we're setting this all up. First, I'm really happy to have all have you here, or um, I'm happy to have you tune in. Um, this podcast is designed to help you learn about English and learn English and learn about what's going on in Japan, my life here. Um, let's see. I'll be sharing some cultural habits um, that I run into along the way, um, and basically just the everyday life of an English teacher, in Japan. And you know, maybe I'll speak of some of the struggles or the cultural differences and things like that. And so it'll be I hope it will be very fascinating for you. And I'll try not to have these podcasts go very long. I understand people have things to do, they got work to go to, stuff to do. So just relax, sit back, and let me share some things with you. Hopefully, they'll be interesting to you. I know that I sent out invites to a lot of people. I hope some of you watch it, have tuned in. Maybe if you couldn't see it live, it might be a different time on your hemisphere. It's been I sent messages to people all over the world, all over the globe. I know you guys are everywhere, so I hope this is what you wanted. So but it's good to be here and entertain you, and hopefully coach and train you to become better at English and bridge some cultural divides. Huh? How about that? Huh? So I guess I should start out just a little bit. We've got a long time, so we've got many podcasts to go through. So I don't have to share my entire life with you right now. But needless to say, as I came here over 20 years ago with the military, and I just fell in love with Japan. Basically, that's the summary of it all. As I fell in love with Japan and decided to come here and live by myself, and I fell in love with Japan. It was amazing, and I just loved everything about it. I loved the air. I loved the view. I loved the people. I loved the cultural history and heritage. And I just I'll keep it there. We have lots to go into. We'll have lots to talk about later. For now, I'd like to talk about something that something very interesting, something that I remembered happened earlier this week, earlier this week, and it was that I was in a convenience store, and someone gave me like they said, well, it didn't know it happened only there. It actually happened at work too. Uh, I handed someone something, they handed me something, and they gave me like a little bow, but just a small bow. And I thought, I bet Westerners and people from Europe, they wonder what that's all about. What's that little bow all about? So I thought I'd talk a little bit about that. Um, why, why do why do Japanese people bow? Um, I think it's just important to know the most important thing to know about all that. I mean, if I encourage you to look it up, find out, buy a book about it. They're readily available. But I know that there are three, just from a layman's point of view, there are three kinds of bows. And one is a small bow. And the small bow is just like a casual or friendly mention. Like if you see your friend and, something like this, and you recognize it, you agree with something they said or something like that, and you could give a small bow. The next is what else could you call it, but a medium bow. And that is normally a polite and respectful bow. Probably someone who's your authority, or someone who's like your supervisor, or somebody who said something very thoughtful. and you want to respect that, so you give a medium bow, and that's like a, would you say, if a small bow is maybe 5 to 10 degrees, I guess a medium bow would be, well, it wouldn't be 15. No, that'd be straight like that. No, so it'd be like 5 degrees would be a medium, would be a small bow, and like 10, 8 would be something like a medium bow. Um, three, yeah, 3 o'clock would be, that's pretty. That's like the low bow, or the deep bow, and that is a formal bow, and it's used to apologize, which is something that you would do like in a formal setting. Perhaps maybe you've watched some Japanese programs, the Japanese news programs, where somebody comes out and they have to apologize for something that happened in the company or something, and they give a bow, very deep bow. That's what that is. They give that bow when they're trying to say they're sorry or apologize. Just to close. I don't think they say I'm sorry actually in public, but that's their way of, as close as you're going to get to it. So um, I guess another thing, as a foreigner, you don't need to worry too much about, the way you bow. I know that sometimes we come to Japan, we get off the plane, we're in Tokyo, and okay, I want to be just like the Japanese. So, how do they bow? It's like, don't don't worry yourself about it. It's okay. Um, Anything was fine. The Japanese will appreciate your attempt at least, and so you don't need to worry too much about it. But it's important to know, what the bow is and why, and then the different kinds of bows. Um, so, if you think that you got to do a certain bow all the time, don't worry about it. Feel comfortable in your daily life to not worry about that, and just enjoy the culture. Okay. So, let's see. Let's get into the English tip of the week. Okay. Um, that's for all of our Japanese, or our Japanese, or foreign, other foreign countries, Europe. You guys from other Asian countries. Um, this is for you guys. This is it's an English tip, and it's about natural expressions um, of politeness. Because in Japan they have the bow. So what can we do in English that's polite and natural? Um, there are things we can say, and we'll just list them off. I'll give you a list. It's easy to remember a list, right? Number one, um, you can say, "I appreciate it." I appreciate it. So if someone does something for you, you can say that you appreciate what they've done. You're thankful for what they have done. Okay, so again, appreciate it. You can say that in passing. They do something for you. They pick something up. They get you some. They they get a paper for you in the office. They get you a book you asked for. Say, "Oh, thanks. I appreciate it." Number two, if something happens that you didn't mean to happen and you want to apologize, um, in Western culture, it's not too big of a deal. So we can say, "Sorry about that." Sorry about that. But please know, here in Japan, saying you're sorry is not as easy as it seems, because and the Japanese are very competitive. So to say you're sorry is not the best thing to be saying in a competitive society. So they have many different ways, many different levels, and so when you're dealing with Japanese people, don't expect them to say you're sorry. They're sorry, okay? Because there's just too many different levels of that. So they might say excuse me, or it's a shame that happened, or let's not have that happen again. They'll say something like this, but they will never like say directly I'm sorry, because that's a big deal in Japan, very big deal. Um, so just don't be offended by that. It's their culture, and it's respectful. I understand. I actually get it. I understand if you're competing and you're in a competitive society. Yeah, you don't want to be throwing "I'm sorry's" around. That isn't the smartest thing to do. um, Also, Number three, uh, in English, do you mind? Do you mind? Um, it's a polite way to ask for permission. Okay, like, do you mind if I use the remote control? Or do you mind if I use your computer? You can say, so do you mind? Okay. So recap real quick before we go any further. Um, First one, number one is I appreciate it. Okay. Number two, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh, did I spill your coffee? Sorry about that. Better not spill no coffee. uh, and do you mind? Do you mind if I use your computer? Something like this. Okay. Do you mind? Okay. So those three things, see if you can use those during the week, um, to uh, to be respectful and you know, kind around the people around you, and the people at your work and in business. Family members too, they're included. Okay. So that's so every podcast I'll try to put this stuff in. I'll try to put in some real quick, words you can use. This will be like I do shorts, and I do shorts. They have one phrase. This one, we get an opportunity. We have time on our hands, so um, we have time set aside for this, so we have an opportunity to share more than one. You know, um, so I hope that let's see how things are doing here. Everything okay? Everybody all right? Okay, going. All right. So yeah, our the next part of this cast, I wanted to um, share some vocabulary because we don't really get too much of an opportunity to share vocabulary. Um, in the shorts that I give, I don't give too many long videos. Um, I give a lot of shorts, and I give one phrase or one word, something like that. This time, we're going to give some vocabulary, and this is focused on travel vocabulary. Okay, um, and it's I'll give you four words, and we'll start with that, and hopefully you can use these. The first word is souvenir. Souvenir. This is for all my ESL students out there. Souvenir, and it's something you buy to remember a place. Souvenir. I'm sure I have souvenirs around here. Um, Somewhere I got one. Here's okay. I have to get up to get it, so I'm not going to do that. But it's like something that something that chimes. You put it on your bag when you go up a mountain, and they're made out of wood. They're crafted, and I bought one when I was in Kochi Prefecture. That's a souvenir. Also, bookmarks, stuff like that. Those are also souvenirs. Anything that reminds you of a place. Next is the local specialty. Local specialty, everybody. Local specialty. That's the food or products of a local area. Um, in Hiroshima, they love something called okonomiyaki. And okonomiyaki is something really cool. Um, I don't know if you've seen it before, but I can bring it up. Uh, sure as day. And I can share it with you, I think. I'll try to share it with you real quick. Comes up. See if you can see it. Okonomiyaki is here. Hiroshima and Osaka. If you're in Osaka, they have a kind of okonomiyaki, and in Hiroshima they also have a kind of okonomiyaki, and it's pretty cool, right? This this one right here, I believe, is the pankoko. This is the Osaka kind of okonomiyaki, and the Hiroshima's. I love the Hiroshima one. It's layered, and you take your time. This is it right here. Yeah, Hiroshima okonomiyaki. You take your time. It's layered. You got egg, you got vegetable, everything that just layers it right on top. Fry it on both sides. It's absolutely amazing. Delicious stuff. Delicious stuff. So I find the recipe, see if you can do it. You need okonomiyaki sauce, so that's something. You'll need that. Um, that's Hiroshima. Now they have different, like in Tokyo, I think they have ramen. Fukuoka, they have ramen too. Also in Hiroshima, they have oysters. Oysters are really popular in Hiroshima as well. So, but my favorite local specialty is okonomiyaki, hands down. That's just the best one. Hands down means there's no other. That's just it for me. Okay, so another word is called gift wrapped. Gift wrapped is something gifted nicely as a present. And let me tell you something. Gift wrapping gift wrapping in Japan is something it's something special. Every time you get a souvenir, which is in Japanese, a souvenir is called omiyage. By the way, go back. Souvenir omiyage. Um, um, when you get a souvenir in Japan, usually you get it. Usually people get it like on the side of the road at these like pit stops. They're like rest stops, and they're like also souvenir shops and restaurants. They get them in these shops, um, and you you pick them up, and they're already wrapped. That's that makes it so easy. You wrap them. They're already wrapped. You buy them, and you can give them right to the whoever you want to give them to. Your office workers at your place you work, your wife, your family, whoever you want to give them to, and they're ready to go. It's wonderful. So that's one thing. Most souvenirs are gift wrapped in Japan, unless you buy it separately, like a small little shop. But basically, like the snacks, the sweet things, they're all wrapped. And it's very nice, actually. So. Um, So gift wrapped. So make sure if you get a omiyage or a souvenir for someone that it's gift wrapped. um, Another word is recommendation. Okay, recommendation. Well, ESL learners, recommendation. And a recommendation is something that you suggest to someone to try. My recommendation is if you come to Japan, you happen to be in Hiroshima or Osaka, you have the okonomiyaki or you have the oysters in Hiroshima because they're absolutely delicious. But if you went to Fukuoka, have the ramen. It's amazing. Or if you're at a place called Ehime, have the udon noodles. They're wonderful. Um, so yeah, recommendation. So what do we got? Souvenir, local specialty, gift wrapped, and recommendation. Um, I when I go on trips in Japan, I always try to pick up a souvenir. Sometimes for myself, you know, but often for my fellow teachers and things. I get them like some snacks, and I always get it wrapped. They're already gift wrapped. It's really good, really awesome. And today was the 14th, and does everybody know what the 14th of February is? It wasn't Friday the 13th. It was Saturday the 14th. Does everyone know if it's Valentine's Day? Okay, so obviously everything was gift wrapped, right? Everyone got something, right? A little something, chocolates. I hope which is something very interesting to bring up. It's not something I actually plan to talk about, but since it is Valentine's Day and it is in Japan, we are in Asia. It's important to know that in Japan, uh, particularly, um, on Valentine's Day, the chocolates do not listen to this. They do not go to the girls on Valentine's Day. No, 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 no. In Japan, on Valentine's Day, the chocolates go to the boys or the men. And this is a very interesting uh, thing I was exposed to when I first came to Japan because I thought you were supposed to give the chocolates to the girls on the Valentine's Day. I don't know how it goes in the rest of the world, but when I was coming up, that's how it went. And I was like, "What? Are you kidding? You seriously?" And I had my feelings about that. Part of it was kind of relief, because another because it's stressful, on Valentine's Day, and to have that they're giving you the chocolates. I think I experienced that when I first came into Japan and worked at a factory. Yeah, I had to. Factory was tough work, but the ladies there that worked at admin, they would give the chocolates to the men, and it was really cool. I was like, wow, get chocolates! Wow, that's awesome. Now that doesn't mean the men are scot free, okay? Because that's not true. Because the following month, in March, you have White Day. And White Day in Japan, White Day in Japan this year. Let's see. White Day in Japan. Let's pull that up. White Day in Japan. That's gonna be. Share that with you. Let's see. White Day in Japan. That's gonna be on March 14th. So March 14th, and it says right here, White Day in Japan is celebrated on March 14th, exactly 1 month after Valentine's Day, when the men give gifts to women who previously gave them to chocolates in Valentine's Day. Okay, hold on. Day of for men to reciprocate the gifts they received, often with items like white chocolates, marshmallows, or thoughtful presents. Okay, so that's from Wikipedia. That's basically the gist of it. It's like it makes sense, completely makes sense. We know in the Western culture, the men give the girls chocolates in on February 14th. So, but we just switch. We kind of switch roles, and I think that's kind of amazing. To be honest with you, um, yeah. So, um, so next month, um, maybe I'll be busy. Right? I'm gonna have to get some people some white chocolate, get some people some chocolate, some gift wrapped presents or something like this. Yeah. So that was actually something I should have made a thing of earlier. But yeah, it is Valentine's Day, and on Valentine's Day, the girls give the chocolates to the boys, and next month we'll give the chocolates to the girls. So that's pretty cool. Um, and that's a nice transition. That's a great transition into our next part, which is the seasonal life in Japan. Now we're just going to go briefly over it. By the season we'll talk about it. Right now we're like in winter still, and at least I believe that's the case. Let's see, first day of spring. I love the sharing of spring in Japan. First day of spring in Japan is just called Rish. It's called for 2026. 2026. That would be March 20th. Yeah, March 20th. So we're still deep in winter right now. So, but let me share that with you there. Yeah, the go here to the equinox. Okay. So there you go. It's always celebrate, and it's important to know that um, on and every season of equinox, when season changes, that's like a day off in Japan. Like they take the day off. Like everyone goes to appreciate the season. I think that's really cool, to be honest. Um, but on we go. We have other seasons to talk about, but yeah. So Japan is full of seasonal traditions, of course, depending on the time of year. You can see, if you come to Japan, you'll see cherry blossoms, which happen, as I believe, the first week of April. Beautiful event. I've been here for over 20 years, and it never gets old. Just streets or wherever, fields lined with cherry trees, full bloom. It's just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And if you ever come to Japan, go see it. And if you come to Japan, don't just go to the big places. There are small places that really need you to be there, really help their economy. And they have beautiful places as well, along the lakes and things. It's just, a real beautiful thing. Real beautiful. The next is some summer festivals. Now, depending on where you are, the summer festivals will be different. Um, but uh, um, every every place has some kind of special summer festival. It, and it varies depending on where you are, because wherever you are in Japan, the culture is a little bit different. Like they do a little something different in those areas. Um, so it's important to know you know about that place and find out what place you'd like to enjoy if you come here. Um, see, and I know that in Hiroshima specifically, they have a flower festival. And the flower festival it's big time. It takes up all of Hiroshima. It takes up the entire street. They close the streets off, and there's just stands everywhere, and there's parades and performances. It's really a beautiful thing. Usually, they have somebody famous to come in and design the whole thing. It's really awesome. So you come here for that. You come here for the flower festival. Look that up. Flower festival in Hiroshima. Um, it. I mean, it's worth showing you. Um, it's probably going to be really big this year. So um, hopefully you can, if you come to Hiroshima, you'll see it. You'll be amazed. It's quite awesome. Um, let's see. Yeah, it's right there. It is. Yeah, every year it's beautiful. Are always really nice, and their parades and just that they have. I think that's a drone view. That's like the a widescape view of it. It's really beautiful. And every festival they never disappoint. And yeah, um, if it's possible, I'd like to go see it and maybe show you live what it's all about. Maybe do a live there. I don't know. Sounds like a good idea. It happens in May, it seems. The first week of May. And it's really beautiful. So yeah, if you come to Hiroshima, definitely. I'm here promoting Hiroshima like crazy. But I should really be promoting all of Japan, but I live here in Hiroshima, so definitely check it out if you get a chance. Absolutely. So just a wonderful, wonderful event. Um, Video would probably be appropriate, but yeah, maybe next time, guys. I'm just getting my feet wet here. Um, and this is like spontaneous. I wanted to talk about it, so next time. So yeah, it's important to know that each season has its own foods, its own events, and we'll talk about more of these things in the future. Of course, we're coming into spring, so we're going to be talking about spring, what happens in the spring, and what I just said about the cherry, the cherry blossoms. But there's more to talk about, of course, and we'll get into that for our next podcast. And that'll be a lot of fun, and it'd be great. I actually mentioned that I'll be taking you guys to a walk through the nearby forest park we have here, Forest Garden Park. It'll be awesome. Um, so um, that about wraps it up for this podcast. Once again, it's been great, having you guys here tune in. If you weren't able to see, if you weren't able to catch this podcast this time, I hope you can catch it later. I hope that if you're looking at this later, that you give us a thumbs up and a like, and you subscribe and share this podcast. And for sure, no matter what, I'll be doing another podcast. I'm not really expecting a lot of viewership, so that's not an issue. Of course, I want viewership. I got 400 of you at this point, 400, over 400 over 400 subscribers. So I'd like to get you guys looking, but I understand you're in different parts of the world. So if you can, when you do get a chance, please like and subscribe, and share this podcast. And of course, I'll be making some shorts. I think I'll try. I'll experiment, do what I like to do, and of course there'll be content coming down with shorts and things like that. So hey guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you learned something new, and both in English and in Japanese. I think the Japanese I gave you today was omiyage, which is souvenir. Okay, and didn't mention the season names, did I? Real quick before we go. Spring is called haru. Okay, haru, spring, and then summer is called natsu. Okay, natsu, and then fall or autumn, depending where you are, is called aki. Aki. Okay, and finally winter is called fuyu. Fuyu. Okay, so right now it's fuyu and it's cold, samui. Okay, but soon it will be spring, haru. It will atakaku naru. It will get warmer and hotter. Okay, so hopefully when we see you again, it will be warmer or hotter, or maybe it'll still be cold. I don't know, but anyways, I'll see you again, and please, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Um, and if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss on the next one. And if you want me to talk about specific English topics, or part of Japanese culture, um, you're curious about, feel free to slip me a post in the community, or a comment. Uh, I'll be back next week. More English, more real stories, um, real life in Japan. Until then, take care. Take care of yourself. Take care of others, and keep learning and enjoy the English life. Take care, and bye bye. Whoa. Wait. Check out our shop. Check out our shop. I cannot leave without plugging our shop. Cannot do that. Let's see. Uh, well, I'll do three things. I'll do three things. I will plug our shop. Um, plug our shop. That. First, we have to plug our shop. Can't not plug the shop, guys. What kind of marketer would I be if I didn't do that? I worked so hard. You guys check out our shop, The English Life. Some of the articles will pop up. Um, the prices have come down, way down since the beginning when I first started the shop. Please check it out. And then we have beanies and we have hoodies. And I love this cap here. I love this cap, the white and black. I think it's amazing. You should really pick it up. And I have a mug cup. It was an older model, an older theme, but I have one. The newer mugs are really cool. I like the design. No flags, um, but still really cool. And then it would be quite the pity if I didn't give you the tour of um, our other shop, um, which I can get there through um, our website. So I'll just share that with you real quick. So we'll get there through our website, which of course I want to plug as well. And our website, please visit it as well. You can access it through the course. Here we have links to both our first shop, the English Life store, and the Japanese shop, which you can certainly shop as well. It's important to mention that you can go to this shop as well, and it has different products. It has a lot more bags, things like that, and we've done a different design because I'm in Japan. So um, our logo, I've added flags to the logo here. Pretty cool. If you look at I have unfortunately the masks are out of stock. They're gone. Sorry guys. You have to wait till they come back in stock. But if they're not great, if they are, apologize in advance. But yeah, those are the first ones to go. And these are given. This place is given through Suzuki. They're awesome. They give so many different products. And I have sandals in my other shop, but this is a nice one too. logo. They do good work. They do great work at this site, on this site. They really do. Um, I'm not really out of stock. I'm not sure. You'll have to check back. And they might be. And down here, it gives you a kind of a view of the other things too. We got jerseys. We got, man, combs, small bags, just anything, everything that you can embrace the English life with. Even cardigans, I think it is. Oh, these are jerseys. They're called jerseys here. I think I call them cardigans. And they have t-shirts, polo shirts, shorts, everything you could think of, socks. We got it all. We got it all. And, all that stuff, it can be yours. Just show your support for the channel and pick up something from our merchandise shops. And check out our website as well. Okay. On our website, we have resources, and the resource page, I'll quickly share that with you. This is my chance to plug. Which you can see, you can go to my Instagram site if you want the web that'll help you with your ESL studies, including some of the apps that I've created. They're on there as well. This is the series here. Junior Explorer, ACAN Master, IELTS Pro. Those are apps that I created. Will help you out with your English studies and other resources as well. That was my marketing plug for you, and I hope you didn't mind. But I hope you actually support our channel. You are already by watching. Thank you so much, and take care, you guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.